Today I'm tying thin mints. This is a 4x long, size 8 hook. Got a 3/16 inch bead, and you can't see it right now, but I got about 3 turns of .030 lead tucked up under the bead to keep it steady. And I'm going to use a 140 denier thread. You can pretty much use any that you want. None of the threads should show, so pick a thread that you're comfortable with. This has 3 colors of marabou for the tail. Start with brown, a middle layer of olive, I'm trying to keep the shank nice and slender. And I have a stack of black on top of that. Double check all the tips of my marabou are the same. Now I've got a strand of lateral scale. And I like to keep the flash subdued on the tail, so I'm just going to use one strand. Tied it on my side of the hook just a little bit longer than the marabou. Rotate the hook a little bit to see that you get it right down the side. Cut those 2 strands just a little bit longer than the marabou, and then the leftover part of the strand I'm going to tie in. We're going to use it as a decorative rib. Feathers I've got for this are a real nice color on a whiting booger pack. And to save a little time, I'm going to kind of pick the spot that I want at the front. Just bare enough to tie it in. And then you can just kind of pluck it if your stem is thin enough, like this one was. Now I'm going to get 5 or so strands of peacock. You may need less if this is nice and plush, but don't use very many more than that because of the way that this is tied off at the back end. And this is kind of awkward here, but it makes for nice, neat bodies and hackling, and a durable fly. Now my threads at the back, I'm going to wind my peacock, and I'm going hand over hand for a reason. I want these peacock fibers to lay side by side so you get the full benefit of the plushness. I don't seem to get the same thing if I try and twist these together, but use the technique that you're used to and are comfortable with. I want to get to the back, a couple turns to hold it in place. Now, I'm not going to trim it right now because any loss of tension on that thread and it's all going to come apart. Get my feather started. Cupped back, a couple turns behind the bead, and then loose open turns to the back, catch it with the thread. Now I'm going to make even spaces with the thread going through the hackle, because I'm going to take that long strand I had left. With a little luck, I'll follow those same threads and bind down minimum, if any, of the hackle fibers. So, whip finish. reach in here and trim all of those nice and close. And there's a ThinMint.